I turned back time because I gone and got the key. Hello, what is Shogun's 1000 in front of the duty, welcoming you back to more Kirby's Adventure for the Nintendo Wii. Last time, we played stage 3, the final adventure stage, before tackling the Landra. And, with me grabbing the final energy sphere in the entire game, we're now going to move on to battle the Landra right after I beat the final part of this stage. And I did not mean to do that. I really did not mean to do that. I really didn't. Alright, I've got 18 lives now. That's definitely way more than I was actually expecting to pick up when redoing this stage. Because believe me, after I failed the first time in the retry before I ended off last episode, it took me exactly one try to actually do it off camera. Yeah, I don't really need to activate my ability for that. Alright, getting Meta Knight's sword here. This means it's actually going to be a lucky turnaround. Let's go. And there we go. The 120 energy spheres you've collected have unlocked the door to the item challenge, and it just shows Kirby's face. But this is it. Time to fight the Landra. Immediately you get given a tomato because they had the feeling that any of those stages was going to be rough if you decided to go back and do it again. We have the option of Wing, Leaf, Cutter, Bomb, and Ninja. If you want my honest advice, the best ability I would probably say would be Cutter for Phase 1. For Phase 2, on the other hand, it's kind of more the Bomb. So, I'm going to pick the Bomb. Landia! As I always kept saying it, Landra or somewhat, but it's still roughly what I mean. Hey, is a four-headed dragon that stays together, and yeah, that's kind of like spoiling things, honestly, about what this boss fight is intending. Because, as you can see, this is not an easy boss fight. It really is not. She's using air slash right there. Those slashes can hurt you. Now you see what I mean about Cutter probably being best suited for phase 1 of this, and not the bomb. Because look at that, I'm almost dead and I haven't even gone to phase 2 yet. Speaking of which, phase 2, eyes turn red, and they separate into 4 different dragons. Oh god, okay. Now you see why the bomb is actually really good for this phase. See, there you go. We've beaten the Landra. It's like Landia, sorry. And there's Magolor. Bravo, Kirby! You've truly earned your reputation as a hero. Your help defeating Landia was invaluable. At long last, it's mine. The source of limitless power, the Master Crown. Yep. Obtaining this crown has been his ultimate goal all along. Right, let me explain it. Okay, he's going to explain everything to us. I fought Landia by myself and lost, so I fled to planet Popstar. That's when the thought struck me. I could have you defeat Landia for me. A stroke of genius, I know. You even helped me repair my Star Cutter. I really did appreciate that, by the way. Anyway, the time has come for your planet. No, the time has come for the entire universe to bow down before him. And for being such a big help in all of this, your planet gets to go first. King Diddy Day. Oh, I just love that face expression. And now Landia is actually offering to help Kirby. To actually tell Kirby that they were protecting the Master Crown from him because they wanted to actually like tell Kirby that Magolor was actually the true villain the entire time. That's why they were fighting Kirby. But here we go. Time for the final boss. In another dimension. Using Landia. Landia has come to the rescue in Planet Popstars. No, the entire universe's time of need. Joining up with Kirby, the dragon takes into battle. Pressing 1 will activate the Star Breath. Holding 1 and then releasing is a Burst Breath. 1 and shaking the Wii Remote or mashing the D-pad unleashes the Landia Cannon. And pressing 2 does a Spiral Dragon. The Spiral Dragon basically allows you to do that. Any enemies in sight, you can dash into them. That's the cannon. And that's when you're charging it up. So Bandana Waddle Dee, DDD, and Meta Knight and Kirby will have a Landia each. That's why there are 4 Landia when you fight them. The whole gist about this is that, because obviously this game can be 4-player, that's why there's a 4-headed dragon. I know. Kind of a state obvious, but You can actually do this as 4-player, but just be warned, if you actually do that, you actually can stun each other. So just bear that in mind. Preparing to charge that up. Those crystals there flying at you, they cannot be penetrated. You just have to swim through the ultra-dimensional time warp. Well, not literally time warp, but you kind of get what I mean. You just basically have to avoid them. It definitely is a fun part of the game, this is. It does get more challenging the further along you go. And as you can pretty much see, they're having enemies guarding the switch, so that way you're forced to fly into the wall and instantly, well, you don't instantly die when you fly into the wall. It's just basically, this is an auto-scrolling stage, so it's obviously going to be more likely that you cannot have this left side of the screen and a wall touch each other with you in the middle of it. Now to fight Megalore. And his Star Cutter is his true form. All the pieces you put together as the starship has its own attack. The mast, the hull, the oars, and the wings. You just got to try your hardest not to get hit by many of them. Everything will be semi-homing. The reason why I say semi-homing, because the oars are homing, but this attack isn't. Right, you got that attack. Right, this is phase 2 in case you were wondering. The red ones will go straight for you, the purple ones won't. Ow. Alright. Right, so now he's going to be going behind us. So you have to do the charge attack while shaking the Wii remote to actually fire stars behind you. And yeah, that's actually not how a ship is supposed to behave, by the way. This fight is actually really easy if you're doing it in single player. If you're doing it in multiplayer, it can be really difficult. Because with multiplayer, you actually share lives in this. But if the main character, being Kirby, dies, the whole party dies. Yeah, Meta Knight blocking them. I mean, if it was Proton John, he would actually indicate how cool Meta Knight is, because Proton John actually was Meta Knight. He blocked that attack, but he didn't block that one. And yeah, that was only the first of the many final boss fights. This is the true one. Spear, Spark, Fighter, Water, Whip, and Sword. All of the abilities technically that you didn't see in the Landia fight are in here. The best one you can honestly go for in this scenario is the Fighter. Let's do this. The final boss fight is now. Magalore will charge his energy spheres to actually go and home in towards you. He can also teleport in many areas to actually make it harder for you to try and hit him. Doing this attack can be really devastating for him, but he can avoid it. Now immediately into phase 2. I didn't even get to see all of his attacks in phase 1. In this phase, he will create a semi kind of like black hole to try and draw you in. If you get hit by that, you will take heavy damage. So, stay high on this bit. You can attack him when he's in the middle of doing his attacks. Just bear that in mind. Now phase 3. You have only one goal in mind. Ultra ability. When you see it, grab it. When you have the chance to hit him, use it. There you go. And once you've hit him for the first time, you can actually hit him 2 times with one ability. Once you've done that, he will force you to lose that ability. And he will then bring in a new one. So in this one for me, it is the beam. The beam is actually really good because you can just direct it wherever you want it to go. Oh god, it's the war pole. Just keep running in this bit. It does get more powerful as it goes along. Just don't worry about it. There we go. That's the 4th hit. He's 1 hit away from being defeated. And the 3rd and final ultra ability for me is Sword. I believe it's defaultly to be Sword every time. And I actually had a chance to get him there, but I just wasn't too quick enough. You can use your ultra ability to get rid of the attacks so they won't hurt you. And there we go. But that's not the end of it. You gotta hit him one more time. When you get to this bit, shake your Wii remote like mad. And there you go. Magalore, you are done. Yep, psyched you out. It's not actually finished yet. Magalore has another phase. He's going to be tossing enemies that are known to carry abilities at you, and you can use them against him. The best ability for me... Oh, I thought that actually was a Sonic ability then. Alright, the best one in this scenario, once again, is of course the fighter ability. This fight can be really good for multiplayer, because if you want to discard the fighter ability, you can give it to somebody else. Right, it's going up. It's going there. Oh, charging his laser. Right, okay. Missile. That gives me bomb. Alright, okay. Oh, okay. I have never seen that attack before, so I have no idea what to expect in that one. Oh. I don't know if you can actually hit him when he's doing that attack. I don't actually know. Oh, actually, hitting those enemies actually did give me some food. Oh, go to the side. You can duck in the middle if you so wish. Alright, there we go. Time for the final phase, I think. It's been a long time since I've actually done it. Oh god. He's doing an ultra dimension ability of his own. Just keep tossing bombs. Right, his next ultra ability. A combination of beam and snowball. Well, there we go. He's done. This time, for real, Magalore has been defeated. Victory is ours. But in the cutscenes we can see, because he created this alternate dimension, Kirby and everyone else is still in it. If they don't get into that warp star soon, they will suffer. But of course, the Landia have actually taken control of the Lost Star Cutter. And there we go. Everybody has been saved. Magalore has been defeated. That, I believe to say, is the end of the game. It definitely is a fun game to play, this is, to say the least. Because even though I'm not really an overly massive Kirby fan, because like, I don't really own many Kirby games full stop. I've only got 4 Kirby games full stop. This one wasn't actually the very first one I ever played, but it was the very first Kirby game I've ever seen played. It is an interesting game nonetheless. The story probably could be a little bit better, but it's understandable nonetheless. And another Gibble responding on my phone as soon as we see DDD popping his head in the ground. But yeah. They're all finding it funny with DDD. I mean, to be honest, I would be laughing too. But there we go. This was the story of Kirby's Adventure for the Nintendo Wii, or if you're playing the American version, Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I hope you lot actually enjoyed this Let's Play. I know my commentary was not really the greatest in the world. Then again, it never really is. But to be honest, minus the Pokemon games I'll be playing, this will be the last game I ever get to do commentary on. So, it is a bit of a long stretch, but it's definitely worth a try. Because from what I can honestly say in this matter of time right now, there are many people who are not commonly known to be really good with their commentary or just talking in general. Because not only do you have to make your voice be heard on a regular basis, you also need to think of a topic worthwhile to talk about. And I'm not really one of those people that's commonly known to think of a worthwhile topic. Because the topics could be something like what I've done recently in the past week, or what has been mentioned recently in the news that's really, really important to say. Or something that has affected many people in situations that many of us probably might not have been easily capable of bouncing back from. Because, like I say, we have our ups, we have our downs. Nobody is perfect in the world. But as long as we are always respectful to each other, caring, and dedicated to make things right, then maybe things might work better for most of us. I can't guarantee that to be the case, because not everybody can solve life's problems. There are some things that many of us cannot do, and some things that we can. But hearing my words saying this right now, it definitely is nice to feel privileged about what you do every once in a while. Because if you feel like you're doing one of those scenarios where it's like you're putting your soul into everything you do, of helping people when needed, or giving them moral support whenever they're feeling let down about something, and the most common thing you ever get from that person should be a thank you. But most of the time, you never ever get it. I wish it was more commonly known to be the case, but like I say, many people have their interests in life. Some of them may not be to your satisfaction. Because like with this game, it might not be your cup of tea, but if it is your cup of tea, then that's perfectly fine. But either way, it is a fun game to play, this is. I enjoy playing it. I hope you enjoy playing it or watching it. And all I can honestly say is, next time on the channel, we will be going back to a video game series, because I think it's been a few adventures since the previous one, where it's about time that we go back to doing it. Heeding my words in this, it is a series we have done before. It could be a series that we've done pretty recently. It could be a series that we've done minorly. I'm not saying anything, but when that time comes, I will see you then. Thank you guys so much for watching this series, and I'll see you in the next one. But before I actually end things off good and proper, after beating the game, you see that text box down there saying the end with a question mark. Meaning there is an extra mode. And the arena. And the sound test. Yes, I get the picture. The arena is basically you fighting every single boss in the entire game, including the final boss. Extra is basically main mode, but more harder. There's a reason why the main mode says it's got 94% completion, because I haven't done every single challenge in the Lore Star Cutter, nor do I even care about doing it. We're not going to be doing any side things. I'm not going to be showing the arena or anything, because I think if you battle in the arena, you might get something called the True Arena, which basically allows you to fight harder versions of the boss. I don't know. It does that in Triple Deluxe, and it does that in Planet Robobot, but I don't know if it does it in this game. I'm not going to be like one to experiment it, because I know when the Runaway guys played this game, they just did main story, beaten Magalore, that was it, done, end of the series, and they didn't do anything else. And I'm basically going to be doing the same thing. So this time, for real. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next series.